Alrighty, listen. I didn't know really what to do with this channel, but I'm gonna just be honest with you. I'm gonna just rant. I'm gonna talk about my experiences, my stories, just overall as a person who lives in the U.S. You know what I mean? I'm not ultra wealthy. I'm not ultra this. You know what I'm saying? But I work for what I got. You know what I mean? I got this house, the car that I own. You know what I'm saying? All my bills. It's me. You know what I mean? But I kind of wanted to make this video to kind of talk about like what is it actually like living in the U.S. You know what I mean? What are the bills? What are the costs to be an individual who wants to have just the necessities. You know what I mean? Especially the necessities that you need in most of America. Yes, there's some parts of America, like in New York, where you might not need a car, but in most other parts of America, you need a car. You know what I mean? But with that being said, yeah, this video, let's just talk about what are the costs of living in America, and kind of like, is it hard? Is it not hard? I'm gonna just just so we get right into it. It's hard to live in America unless you are a little bit more privileged and come from a little bit more wealth. You know what I mean? But let me talk about it, and let me just do a quick disclaimer. If you like 40 or more years old, right? And you white, especially if you're white, shut the fuck up. Don't try to tell me to strap up my bootstraps. I'll work more than you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest with you. Unless you work at the mud factory that we see like those little Instagram and TikToks of guys just like moving stuff while they're shirtless or like in a tank top themselves. Unless you work at the mud factory, and I checked those factories where they be doing that type of stuff for real, it's only a couple thousand. I think it's in the tens of thousands, but you know what I mean? It's not in the millions. So I know all of you don't work at that mud factory. I don't want to hear none of that. All right. And also, if you younger and you still with your parents, and there's nothing wrong with being still with your parents, but what I'm saying is, if you're not out here by yourself getting to it, if you don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying you have to own like the place that you live at, but if you're not renting, if you're not, you know what I'm saying, have your own stuff, pay your bills by yourself, do not talk to me. Like straight up, bro, don't don't do it, please. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to hear your comments because you got no skin in the game. You have no idea, dog. These costs, you got no idea, dog. All right. So just listen. See these things right here? Look. See these things right here? Open them. Clear them out a little bit. I know they're a little bit dirty. You always use your mouth. You don't use a lot of your ears. Listen, okay? But this is going to be my story. You know what I'm saying? Just simple as that. Hopefully it can help somebody, or maybe people that are going through the same struggle. You know what I'm saying? I'm with you, dog. I'm with you. You know what I mean? And if anybody wants to comment on like, oh, you're doing bad because of your tattoos, you're the fucking reason that people discriminate versus other people with tattoos. You add to that discrimination. And I'm not saying it's like a big form of discrimination. I'm not saying I'm heavily discriminated. That's not what I'm putting out there. But I'm saying when you make comments saying like, oh, you'd have a better opportunity if you didn't get the tattoos. The tattoos are hindering your opportunities. You are helping that system that literally makes people with tattoos seem like they're worse people. That's you. All right? Cut that shit out. Shit's lame as hell. You're lame. You are a loser if you do that. I'm sorry. It's just simple as that. Tattoos are pictures on your skin. You know what I mean? I'll be honest with you. It don't change what you look like. You know? And just because and the funny thing is, people will get mad at my tattoos, but will have like a tattoo like over here that they never show because they wear mad clothes on top of it because they think, oh man, but aren't you then a bad person as well? If I'm a bad person for having the tattoos, aren't you a bad person for having like a tattoo right over here that's hidden? Oh, just because people can't see it, right? Exactly. It's stupid as hell. It's a picture on your skin. Get over it. You know what I'm saying? It does nothing. It means nothing. It tells nothing about a person's character. Literally. You know what I mean? Regardless. Let's get off of that. All right, let's go over bills. So I live in, by the way, North Carolina. Obviously, it's going to fluctuate everywhere you go in the U.S. But in North Carolina, in terms of like, just to give you a little bit of statistics, right? North Carolina, currently it's growing because Charlotte's like a huge city. I live near Charlotte. So these are pretty much my costs. Okay, let's just go through them. I'm gonna explain it to you so you can kind of understand what the hell it's like to live in the U.S. as like an individual. You know what I mean? Like I said before, I don't know if I said it in this video, but like I have a son as well. You know what I mean? Me and his mother, we have kind of like a 50-50 agreement. You know what I mean? Just about there. So we'll kind of factor that in as well. All right, so let's get right to it. So here's the list of all my bills. Woohoo! Well, not all of them, because obviously sometimes you need to go buy some toilet paper. Sometimes you need to go buy some this, and that also adds up. Don't get it twisted. But let's talk about first the required ones, the smaller ones, and we'll talk about all the other ones, right? So first, let's just skip the credit card first one. By the way, if you live in America, at times you're gonna have to use a credit card. I know all the financial bros gonna come in. Why did you use your credit card? Why didn't you pay it back? I don't know, dog, because I didn't have the fucking money. You know what I mean? Oh, whoop-de-fucking-do. Oh, I made a mistake. Well, guess what, dog? I had to fucking use a credit card because I didn't have the money at the time to either fix a tire for my car or either get groceries for my son. What should I have done? Should I have been like, oh man, I shouldn't use this credit card. Maybe I should just starve. You're not a genius when you come up with the idea of like, just don't use your credit card and always pay it in advance. Like, that works if you just have like a cash flow of money that over exceeds your bills. Sure, buddy. Most Americans don't have that. So yeah, credit card, I used it when I had to use it. Now I have like a balance of like 12K on the credit card, and you might be like, oh, that's insane. Yeah, it's built over years. The APR, whatever the hell, the percentage that of interest that every month is insane. What do you want me to do, bro? It was either me using the credit card or me literally, like, you know what I mean, saying, oh, sorry, son, I can't get you no food. Or, oh, sorry, work, I can't get there because I have a flat tire. Like, what did you want me to do? I had to use it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So that's up to $330 a month, you know? I'm never going to pay it off. Unless I make more money, I'm never going to pay it off. The way credit cards work in America is they first always increase your limits, and then eventually stop increasing your limits. Then once you reach that limits, they charge you a lot. And out of this 330, only like 100 goes back to principal because I pay 330, and at the end 250 something gets added back to the interest. So I'm not paying nothing. I'm never gonna pay it off. I'm always just gonna have to pay this monthly. Call me bad with my money. Whatever, dog. Woohoo. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? Next, rent. Woohoo. All right, I pay $14.20 for a 1-bedroom. Woohoo. It's considered a luxury apartment. Is it a luxury apartment? No. If you didn't know, in America, everybody builds luxury apartments now. Why do they do that? Why do they use that name and terminology? Because in America, a luxury apartment doesn't have to follow the rent increase laws of the state. So what that means is, if you build a regular apartment, if you consider it a regular apartment, you have to follow certain rules every year. You can't increase the rent to a certain amount. You can't increase it by more than, a specific percent depending on what state you live in. But if you call it luxury, you could raise it as much as you want. And if a person can't pay it, you just evict them. And then you bring the police, and you involve the police, you involve the courts, and you screw over the poor person who can't afford the rent even more. You give them a record because of the police and court involvement. Then you make it even harder for them to rent even more. So you have all the control. The landlord has all the control in the U.S. There's a reason why everyone hates landlords, you know what I mean? Or landlord companies. Because they can do whatever they want, and you have no say-so if you are a poor person. Woohoo! America! Next! Spectrum. That is our internet provider. By the way, right now as I'm doing this video, look at this. Let me go over here real quick to you. There's currently an outage. Am I going to get reimbursed for this outage? No. When do outages happen? Almost every other fucking day. Now you might be wondering, why don't you get a different provider? Oh, if you didn't know, in America, the internet companies like AT&T, Spectrum, blah, 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 whatever, T-Mobile, whatever the fuck you got, most places have a monopoly. Woohoo! What does that mean? The whole area, when you call the different providers, only one provider in that area has connectivity to that specific area. Like my apartment complex that I currently am in, everybody here has Spectrum. You can't get Google Fiber. Nobody. Why? Because this apartment complex has a deal with Spectrum. So you can only get Spectrum. You have to pay their prices. You can't pay no other prices. There's no competition because these companies just make deals. These landlords make deals with the internet providers. So then they have a monopoly. You can't change it. Whenever they go out, they go out. They tell you sorry. And also, you know what they tell you? You go online to like the Spectrum app or whatever on my phone, and it says, sorry, we have an outage. We think it'll be ready by the end of the next day. Don't call us either because we're not going to pick up. They literally say, don't call us because we're busy fixing it. What does that mean? Are you telling me the customer service people that you have stationed in a whole different country are coming over to North Carolina to fix the internet service? Of course not. They just don't want you to call because what are you going to do? What are you going to ask them for a reimbursement? They're going to laugh at you. But yeah, I pay $127 a month for my internet to be out. You know, literally probably like, if you were to add up all the time that it was out, probably like 25 to 30% of the time in the month, like the total month, it's out. Amazing. Next, Duke. This is your energy. This is like, obviously every state has a different name for it, but this is my electricity. It fluctuates, obviously, but averages about $140 for me. You know what I mean? I turn off all my lights. I work so much, so I'm not even goddamn home. But this is what it comes out to be. I don't know. I could use less electricity. I could like leave the house sometimes for like a week at a time if I gotta go out somewhere to do something. The bill stays the same. How it's calculated, who the hell knows? They just give me the watts I use like I'm supposed to be some electrician that's like, that kind of makes sense. Who the hell knows? But it never goes down. Sometimes it'll go a little bit down. Not because I use the internet, or not because I use the electricity less. So there's no real way to save on that unless you turn off everything in your house. Like, good luck. And even if you turn everything off in your house, they'll still come up with a bill. Don't get it twisted. So that's $140. Next, car loan. I have a busted ass 2019 Kia. This is what I'm paying for the loan, $472. My last car before I got totaled, and my insurance company actually denied my coverage over some BS, because guess what? Insurance companies, so good in America. I paid them forever, and then when my car got totaled because someone drove into my car, they said, we can't cover that. So my credit score went, swoop. So then my next car that I got, because the first car before it got totaled, I was paying $200. Now this car, $472. That's just the car loan. Now the car insurance is another almost $200, $190 every month. Woohoo! And guess what? If I get into a car crash, because I was just recently in a hit and run, right? Guess what? I have to pay them, even though the police are never gonna catch the guy that hit me. A guy hit me. He got out the car. Oh, sorry, bro. I don't got no registration, man. Got back in his car, drove off. Could I have stopped him? No, because if I stopped him, that would be considered entrapment, and I would have gotten in trouble with the police. You know what I mean? If I held him at the scene, I would have gotten in trouble with the police. When the police show up, write their little report, and then guess what? I go to the insurance. We'll fix it for you. Just give us a $500 deductible. Like I just have $500 just laying around. You know what I mean? Yeah, there you go. So I pay the $190 every month, and then whenever a person hits me and then drives away, I don't have their insurance. The police are never going to catch them. And before you say, oh, you must hate the police, look up the national average of clearance rates for hit and runs in America. It is 10%. 10. Out of every 10 people that hit a car and run, they only catch one. They never catch them. They don't look for them. They don't actively do nothing. The only times they catch them, you know when they catch them? When you find the car and then call them again. Why? Because when I asked the police, what should I do in this instance? How are you going to find the car? They said, well, if you ever find the car again and the guy, just call us. Yeah, that's the police in America. You know what they tell you when you get assaulted? Because I've been assaulted in the past. You know what the police told me? You ever thought about buying a gun? That's what they told me. They said that's the best protection. America! Woo! There you go. So for this busted ass 2019 Kia that always has problems every other fucking month, whether it's this, that, on the 15th, and also very easy to get stolen in America. You know, the Kia Boys and all them documentaries. You know what I mean? All of the Kia Boys. Oh man, shouts out to you guys that made those documentaries, by the way, because you literally showcased to the whole of America, you can steal a Kia just like that. I've had my car broken into. I had my car trying to get stolen. I've had to intercept a person trying to literally rob me of my car. Woohoo! America! What did the police do? Showed up 3 hours later. Oh man, I don't know what we can really do. You know, we don't know if we could really find this person. Great. So for this car, I'm literally, what is that? $472 plus $190. That's about what? $662 that I'm paying every single month. Next, storage. I have a little business. As you can see behind me, there's like stuff here. I sell stuff on the side on eBay. I have to. That's how I make money. I have to. You know what I mean? I have some stuff in the storage. This goes up every 3 months. This price goes up every 3 months. And every 3 months, I try to move to a different storage because they can increase their amounts. And all they have to do is literally give you like 30 days advance notice. That's it. They can just keep charging me up and 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 up, and I can't do nothing. Woohoo. So that equals $2,779 every single month. Those are just for my credit card, my rent, my Spectrum, Duke, car loan, car insurance, and the storage. Okay. Next, smaller bills. I know what you're gonna say. Oh, but you can cut these off. No, dog. I don't want to live in a fucking, like, just, you know what I'm saying, the worst possible situation. Plus, I got a son, okay? So some of these I use for, you know, my son, too. You know? I want my son to also watch cartoons like the other kids. You know? It's a crazy concept, I know. And I know some stupid idiot is gonna comment, maybe you should get rid of these so you can save this $74. It's really going to help in the long run. If you count it all over 12 months, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? It's the dumbest thing that y'all be saying. Instead of like, you know, being like, oh man, maybe we should fight for, you know, better wages. Maybe you should live a worse life because that'll save you more money so you'll have more money to pay for the bills. I hate that fucking attitude. It's the dumbest shit ever. But alright, here's my smaller bills. Spotify, $11. I like music. Can I listen to music? Is it possible? Adobe, this is what I use because I have a YouTube channel. This is what you need every single month to, you know what I mean? Edit. I have to. I edit stuff. Amazon Prime. Yeah, everybody has it at this point. $16 a month. You know what I mean? And there's cartoons my son likes on Amazon Prime videos. Netflix. Again, my son likes watching Netflix cartoons. What do you want me to do? Cut it off so then he has to watch nothing? I don't think so. This is something that, you know what I mean? I gotta get. You know what I mean? It is what it is. So that's $74 total. And for bills total, not including food, by the way. We didn't even talk about food because, you know, we gotta eat or we're gonna die. That's about $2,853 a month. Nice. And then food, because that shit goes up all the fucking time. It just fluctuates like this whenever the fuck. And every time our big, beautiful orange president decides to make another stupid decision, it goes up again. Woo! And before you say, oh, but Biden, I don't like any president. I've never liked any president. Because as a person who doesn't make enough money, to like, you know, have like a good healthy savings, I'm gonna be honest with you, dog. None of these fucking presidents do anything good for people. But don't get it twisted. At the end of the day, the Republicans are still worse. You know what I mean? I get it. For you rich assholes out there that might be watching this video, you might be like, oh, well, actually, the Republicans do better for me. Or all you racist idiots that do, you know what I'm saying, that will watch this video eventually. I get it, bro. They're helping you with your racism. Amazing. But in terms of poor people, they're squeezing us like one of those like hydraulic press machines. You know what I mean? And shit just keeps going up. But yeah, food's about $400 to $600 per month. There it is. Health insurance, I can't afford it. I'm 28 now. You know what I mean? I've eclipsed where my parents, because in America you get like health insurance to like 26 if your parents has health insurance. I'm 28 now. I haven't had health insurance for two years. I haven't gone to the doctor for 2 years. You know what I mean? If it's something serious, I went to the emergency room. I never paid the bill. I can't afford it. But if I was to get it, for just me, it would cost me $664 a month. Almost as much as my car. That's just for health insurance. You best believe every time I go in there, I still have to pay. But since I don't have health insurance, if I ever have a medical problem and I want to go get checked out, we have these things called urgent care here in America, right? They're not hospitals. They're just like mini for-profit hospitals. You know what I mean? Even though the actual hospitals are still always all for profit anyways. You know, since I don't have any insurance, you know how much I need to pay before I can even see a doctor? I could be an insane... I could walk in there bleeding from a gunshot. You know how much I have to pay them? Just for them to see me. Just for a physician to see me. I have to pay him $350 since I am uninsured. Where am I going to pull that out of? I guess my magic hat. Who knows? But that's how much you got to pay. So yeah, don't have health insurance. Can't afford it. I'm happy that my son at least has health insurance because, you know, obviously he's only 4 years old. And to be honest with you, as a person, I'm pretty sure like a lot of people in America that are uninsured know it is what the fuck it is. What can I do about it? If some bad shit happens to me, it happens to me. I have health issues. I have pain. I have certain things that I'm worried about, but I can't get it fucking checked out. I can't afford to get it checked out. And sometimes you go visit the fucking hospital, you go visit this, you know what I mean, doctor, and he tells you some shit that you could have looked up. You know what I mean? But still you got charged like $350 fucking dollars. So it's just like, woohoo. And also I couldn't get Obamacare or Medicaid or any of the other shit because the website that, you know, that you look all this stuff up, they make it specifically crash all the time, give you 100 different errors, say your stuff is invalid, go visit our office, go call us. Whenever you call them, line is always busy for a couple hours. Your average wait time, you have 620 people in front of you. They do it on purpose, so you don't ever sign up for that shit so they don't ever have to actually, you know, take care of their citizens. But pay your taxes or you go to jail. You know what I mean? Amazing. Amazing system. And now you might be wondering, well, how much money do you make per month? I couldn't even fucking tell you. But I'll tell you what I do, though. So, recently, got fired from Target. That's where I worked. You know what I mean? I was doing $15 an hour. Let's get a calculator out so we could calculate this shit real quick. $15 an hour if I worked 40 hours a week. That's $600 a week. Let's times 4 that. Oh, look. It doesn't even make my bills. Now, also, Target never gave me 40 hours because they don't want you to have 40 hours. Because if you get 40 hours, then they have to pay for your health insurance. But if you get less than 40 hours, if they put you for less than 40 hours, they technically don't have to give you health insurance. So they never give the actual lower workers the right amount of time because they want to skip out on your health insurance. Great system we have here. So technically, I never worked 40 hours. At most, I probably got 32 hours at best because that's just right below the threshold. So that's pretty much what I would take home every single week. Times a month, boom. Now, how do I make the rest of this money? Well, I tried eBay. I'm doing eBay. As you can see, I'm trying my hardest. I'm trying to resell stuff. You know what I mean? Trying my hardest. I DoorDash. I Uber Eats. I deliver. I try to drive people. I do everything I possibly can. I do this YouTube thing. I try to make some money off it. I try everything that I can that's possibly accessible to me. I try to learn new skills. I try to somehow put them together. And I know what you're going to say. Oh, but why don't you just get a better paying job? Thanks, man. Why don't I just get a home? Why don't I just become a millionaire? I try. You always need so much experience for jobs that are even entry level in America. And now, since America, we've gotten so dystopian that not ChatGPT, but like AI itself, like looks over resumes and automatically discards them. You can't just walk into a store and be like, hey, this is my name. Here's my resume. That shit don't happen no more. It can happen for jobs, but usually those jobs, they don't pay a lot. They don't. So pretty much, if you want to survive, as you can see, the stuff that I put on here is nothing crazy. It's not like I put $500 for vacations. I haven't taken a vacation. I wonder when my last vacation was. I think in the 10 years that I've been here, 2 vacations, maybe. Maybe. And that's when stuff wasn't as bad as it is now. You know what I mean? I just work. I work and I see my son. I work and I see my son. Don't get twisted. Seeing my son is what gives me life to keep going. Because if I didn't have my son and I just had to work, I'm going to keep it honest with you, dog. Because I'm not afraid to be very open and honest about stuff like this. I'll probably end my shit. I'm going to be honest with you. I'd be out of here. Straight up. If it wasn't for my son, I would be the fuck up out of here. There's nothing. Like that's the only part. Because I want to raise him to. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like literally, when I put this food thing right here, right? I make sure he eats 3 times a day. I make sure if he wants some candy, if he wants some this, he will get it. I'll stay up extra. I'll deliver DoorDash and Uber Eats till 4 or 5 a.m. I don't give a fuck. I'll do it for him. You know what I mean? But I eat once a day. You know what I mean? I get it. You know what I mean? Like people fast and stuff. I'm not doing it because I'm fasting. I'm doing it because that's... I can't eat 3 times a day. A breakfast, a lunch, and a dinner? This shit will double. This shit will literally double if I was to do that. You know what I mean? And I don't go out to eat. This isn't going out to eat. This is grocery food. The only time I go out to eat is to get my son some fast food because I want him to be like the other kids and have fast food. You know? So he can, you know what I mean? I don't want, it's the concept of America where it's like, you're ashamed of yourself because it's like, you're not making enough, you're not saving enough. And then when you meet parents that do have their stuff together, it hurts a lot. And you don't want your kid to feel that pain. So you work your ass off so they don't feel that pain. You know what I mean? So kids don't make fun of them. You know what I mean? Yeah. It gets to you. It gets to you. You know what I mean? But that's life in America. And I didn't look in none of this shit. Oh, by the way, just so you know, just currently, here's my situation. Spectrum, I'm 2 months late on. They're gonna turn off my my internet by the end of this month if I don't make a partial payment. Duke, I'm 1 month behind. I still have another month before they turn off my electricity. I always make sure I keep my rent, my car, and my car insurance up to date. Always do. Because car insurance, even though I have to pay a deductible, it's better than not having it because then nobody pays for your damage. You know? Car loan, you're gonna get towed. You're gonna get repoed. They can repo you literally. There's no timeline. There's no rules against this shit. If you missed your payment, they can repo your shit in 3 fucking days if they want to. If they want to be an asshole, they can make the call for the repo man to come in and say, "Oh, you're 3 days late on your payment. Let's repo your shit." And we have like this thing in America where like we have like these. By the way, I'm gonna say like this: tow truck drivers, bro, you guys deserve to be in hell. If you are a tow truck driver and you're watching this, I hope the worst for you. You are scum on this earth. I get it. Oh, but sometimes someone might be blocking your driveway. When the fuck does that actually happen? When do tow trucks actually go out there and do some good shit? I get it. For car accidents, for this and that, sure, you need the tow truck. But motherfuckers that repo, people that like tow just to like, you know what I mean? Like go to an apartment complex, someone parked in the wrong place, time to tow them. You guys are scum. Because what they do is they will tow your car to a place that is like 30 or 40 miles away. Why? Because they charge interest per day. The farther it is, and since you now don't have a car, how the fuck do you get there? Oh, you want to pay an Uber? That's another $100 because it's like 30 miles away. And if you don't get through it the next day, every single day, it goes up, 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 it goes up. And if you don't get it within a certain time frame, they could just take your car. They just call the fucking place without even calling you. And they just transfer the car to their ownership. You have no say. So yeah, I try to keep that up to date too. Oh, they'll damage your car. They don't give a fuck. They'll just tell you, oh, take us to court. What are you going to do? If you just got your car towed, if you just got your car repoed, you're going to take them to court? No, because lawyers cost way too much fucking money. So you're not going to do that. So they'll damage your car 30 miles fucking away. When you show up to pick it up, the rudest motherfuckers that work in the little fucking dingy ass offices, you know what I'm saying? Their property is heavily secured and fortified because guess what? In the US, it's not actually illegal for me to go in and get my car back without paying them. If you didn't know, it's actually not illegal. But what they do instead is they make it so the fence is super high. They put the barbed wire. Sometimes it's an electric fence. And all the tow guys will carry a gun on them. If they show you on your property, they can't shoot you. But if you steal the car successfully back, you're technically not stealing because it's your car. Just if you didn't know. But when you show up there, what will it cost you to get your car back? If it's like an older car, $300 minimum. Minimum. And then the more expensive your car is, you can even get to the 1,000 mark. I'm being so serious. Next day, if you have a very expensive car, they charge you more. What are you going to say? No? Well, okay. Then they just won't give you your car back. That's how towing works. So that's why I got to keep my car loan always paid up. So these two, car loan, car insurance, and rent, those are the 3 I always make sure I stay on top of if I'm low on money. Because the stuff that I do for the money, it fluctuates. It's not stable. And don't get me wrong, I'm trying to get a stable job. And I know what you're going to say. Oh, but your tattoos, they're not letting you get this stable job. Yeah, because of pricks like you that continue this stupid ass, oh, tattoos are bad, tattoos are this, but the tattoo that I have because my dog died over here, that doesn't actually make me a bad person because it's hidden. No, it's because you're a fucking pussy. That's what it is. You're scared. You're scared because, oh, you're scared to express yourself fully. And I'm not saying everyone's scared. Some people don't want tattoos, and that's fine. You don't have to get tattoos. But the people that get the tattoos that are hidden and still, drag me for having tattoos that are not hidden, you can't walk in my shoes, bro. You're a loser. If you were sitting behind a computer screen and being like, look at you look like this, you look like that. Brother, you can't walk in my shoes. And if we were standing face to face, I don't care if you're a bodybuilder, 300, 400 pounds, you're not doing shit to me, homie. You know what I mean? I'm sorry to say, bro. If you online getting triggered by my tattoos and trying to like keep the patriarchy going of like, oh man, tattoos equals bad, you're a bitch. Plain simple. You're a bitch. Don't like keep it like that. But I am trying to get a job. I'm trying to get another job. Yeah. And it's not like oh, you're not getting the job because of your tattoos. Motherfucker, I'm not getting a job because I'm not even getting called back for an interview. They don't see what I look like before the interview. You know what I mean? I'm not even getting the interview. So what do you call that? But when I do get the interviews, I get the job usually. The Target job. As soon as I got the interview, I went in there and interviewed. Look, face tattoos and all. You see the face tattoos all over the place. I was a Target employee. Front end, not no back end shit. I was helping customers. I got talking people skills. I could talk. As you can see, I'm out here rambling. It's almost 30 minutes. But yeah, that's like what it's like to live in the US. And again, I didn't even mention all the other shit. Your tire breaks, another $100. You know what I'm saying? Car maintenance, oil changes, $80. Car registration every year, another $300. There's so much fucking cost to live in America. Everything costs too much. Everything. Bottle of fucking shampoo is $10 right now. You know what I mean? And like in North Carolina, the fucking minimum wage is still like fucking, I think it's like literally like still $7. No, it might not be. But it's not no good shit. It's not no shit that's going to pay for this that I just showed you. And this is literally basic. Basic. This is a one bedroom. 1420, one bedroom. It's 695 square feet. It's not no big ass place. That's what it's like to live in America. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Woohoo. You know? But again, I'm pretty sure like people that like comment some stupid shit probably ain't gonna make it to the end of this video. I'll be honest with you. But yeah, I don't even want to talk about that no more. That's my rant. That's life in America as a person who, you know, doesn't have the best paying job, which I'll be honest with you. On the internet and on everywhere else, people make it sound like so many people in America are making it big or some shit. You know what I mean? It's like, I forgot what the percentage is, but I'm pretty sure we're probably like in the 70s at this point. Because it always rises up. I'm gonna put 70% out there. Last time I saw it, I think it was like in the high 60s. Live paycheck to paycheck. Like me. Or behind on certain bills. You know what I mean? Like literally, my car check engine light comes on, I have a heart attack most of the times. Like literally. I know how to change my own oil. I change my own I try to do as much shit by myself as I can. I've had to learn how to do everything because if I give it to do it to somebody else, they request hundreds of dollars. And I'm not knocking their hustle, but god damn it, everything costs hundreds of dollars in America. Anything you want fixed. I had roaches in my house from my fucking neighbor. I lived here for 2.5 years. Never had a bug problem. Neighbors just moved in. Now I got roaches. Well, I don't have them anymore because I had to figure out the problem and I dealt with the problem. Now I don't have them no more. But when I did, I called the fucking office. They were going to charge me $200 to get an exterminator out here. I paid them $420 a fucking month for this small ass cubicle ass apartment. And they want to pry another $200 to bring a guy in here to fucking spray some shit. It's America. It's America. You know what I mean? And I'm not, and I know some people might come in and be like, oh, but I live in the so-and-so and it's even worse. I get it, homie. But this is my story. You know what I mean? I get what you're saying. I know there's struggle all over the world, but this is my story. Okay? And I stand in solidarity with your pain as well and your struggle as well. Okay? Don't get it twisted. I want better for all. I'm not here to participate in no pain Olympics. I want better for all. Okay? My optimism has died a long time ago, but I I dream. You know what I mean? I dream. You know? But that'll do it for me. Hopefully this was informative in any way. If you're struggling too, you're in the majority. Don't think like you're struggling alone. There's so many people that are struggling. Paycheck to paycheck, like it's fucking rough out here. And I know we try to make like we always showcase like all the success stories and all like the rich people. We always like idolize them and put them in the front pages and front everything, but majority of Americans are fucking struggling. And all this, and I'll be honest with you, all this shit that's going on right now politically, none of this shit is helping Americans. Not one fucking thing. None of it. And lastly, you know what I mean? Free Palestine. I'll see you in the next one.